Hey, Bryce Tubbs here to share with you today. How do you start a bookkeeping business from home? Okay, so this is my area of specialty, my area of experience. I got started my accounting firm and bookkeeping firm about 7 years ago, and I'm so excited to be able to share what I've learned with you today. Now, enrollment for the Six Figure Firms mentorship program is open. What that basically means is go ahead and book a call inside the description below. On that call, what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to take you and see where are you right now? Where do you want to go? And then we're going to outline what is the best process for you to be able to do that. And if it makes sense for us to work together in order for you to accomplish that goal. It's one of the best calls you can get. We get so many people who like come back and they're like, hey, I already got a client. I already got 2 clients. I already got 3 clients just from that call. So if you want some help, if you want to know exactly what this process looks like, go ahead and click the link inside the description below to book a call with me. But anyway, now let's talk about how do you start the bookkeeping business from home? If you get good and you just know how to talk to the right people and you only talk to people who own like 7, 8 figure businesses, your first client can be worth like $2,000, $3,000 a month. That's per month. That's not per year. Okay. And we're seeing that every single day inside of the mentorship program. That's kind of why I'm so bullish on you, like really coming and just joining. Cause it's just like, dude, this stuff is ridiculous right now. How number one, how easy it is for people to get results. And in comparison to how hard it was when I got started. Cause like when I was getting started, like I was so scared. I was so scared to talk to people. I didn't really know how to sell and I didn't really know how to price my stuff out. So it would always be like I would just be kind of guesstimating, and it would be like, oh, okay, so how much you charge, Bryce? And I'd be like, well, I need to see your books in order to price it out. And they'd be like, I don't really know if I want to give you access to my books right now. And I'd be like, well, okay, well, usually it's like $400 a month. And I'd be like stuttering and I'd be like not really sure of myself. And they could always see that. Like looking back now, it's like they could see that and they could just be like, okay, something's up here. I don't know why he doesn't really know his pricing. Something's up. Maybe I just shouldn't work with them. And then they'd be like, well, why don't we just go hourly? I'm willing to pay you like $15 an hour. And $15 an hour when you're used to being in the corporate world, making a really good salary is nothing. It's almost insulting, right? But that's what happens when you're first starting. And that's what happens when you're trying to figure this stuff out on your own, right? Because you have to go through trial and error and you have to kind of learn things and you have to kind of just start and go through the trenches. But if you can overcome going through the trenches, if you can survive, if you have, just enough courage and enough persistence, then you can do this. But if you want to go and get more of a direct path, just partner with someone who's already been there. Now, number 3, okay, let's talk about keeping things simple, okay, KISS, keep it simple, smarty pants. Now, basically what most people try and do as well is a lot of people get into procrastination mode because they're trying to really, and it's not procrastination, it's more of like, and for some people it is, for some people it's more about they're trying to make sure the business is set up correctly, right? So they're trying to like for us, we thought about a business name. We were getting our LLC, we had to get our insurances, we had to get our business licenses. Now that LLC took us about 2 weeks because this was a long time, before COVID, so things are moving a lot faster. Number 2, business name, that took us probably about a month. Actually, no, it took us about 3 weeks to kind of do the business name, going back and forth and back and forth. Insurance didn't take too long because at our networking event, there was this guy who was, pushing insurance and he was like really hounding us. And then business license didn't take that long as well. Now, the reason why I'm saying that, okay, that's about a month of total time of setting up the business. For most people, they don't start getting clients until everything is legit, everything is official. That's a mistake. You need to think about your business growth for most individuals as kind of like a fuel tank. F is up here, E is down here. And you start off on F, but you go down to here. And the longer it takes for you to get that first client and for you to actually just start building your money and building your revenue for your business, the closer it's going to get to E. So if this amount of time, it's almost like a fuel gauge, F and E. If you can turn it on its side, F and E. And the longer it takes, the easier it's going to be for you to get to E. Now, if you're already a month in, you're going to start halfway here. So you're going to actually be right where my thumbs are connecting. And for most people, this amount of time is not enough time for them to get a client, especially if you're learning this stuff from scratch. So they give up. And that's why people talk about like the failure rate is so high in just being a business owner, right? Like 99% of businesses fail after the first 5 years. And it's not necessarily that business is like super hard or that it's like there's like this moat where it's like, this magical force that stops people from doing it. It's most people who start a business just were not prepared with how long it was going to take to find success, especially if it's like a service-based business like our business. If you were trying to run like a construction business and you need a lot of capital and you had to get an office and you had all these expenses like contractor expenses, it would be a different story. But when it comes to more of like a professional services business where you can do it from home, where there's not a lot of overhead, where there's not a lot of complexity, you can work with basically anyone that you want to, anyone who's willing to work with you, right? The thing that causes failure in this is not a lack of money or you running out of money. It's more about you just getting frustrated. That's the only thing that can cause failure is you getting frustrated. And the less frustration you can get before you get your first client, the easier that's going to be. When I say your first client, I don't mean like your first client for like $100 a month. I mean your first client for like $1,000 a month. That's when things get a lot easier. That's when you start getting confidence. That's when your business starts to really, really grow. Okay. All this stuff is very easy if you know exactly what to do. It's hard when you don't, and when you're trying to start from scratch and learn it all for yourself. So if you want to go and skip all the time that it takes for you to learn this stuff, and you want to actually increase your likelihood of success, go ahead and click on the link below. Like I'd love to work with you long-term inside the Six-Figure Firms mentorship program. It's the 90-day program where we walk you through specifically what you need to do in order to go and reach your goal. This is the place where people, if you're seeing inside of my YouTube channel, I have like customer interviews and customer recap success stories. That's why they're getting success. It's not like they're going at it alone. Oftentimes what happens is they've been trying to figure it out on their own and they're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just join Bryce. And I just show them how to actually like correct all the different mistakes they're making. Then you see them getting like $5,000 a month clients, $6,000 a month clients. They get to $10,000 a month really quickly. That's the reason why, because they chose to value their time more than their money. What most people are doing and why most people struggle is they're valuing their money more than their time, meaning they don't want to pay any money because they'd rather waste their time figuring this stuff out. I don't know what to tell you, man. Rich people spend money, poor people spend time. Who are you going to be? If you want to make the choice and you want to come and you want to like go and grow this thing and really hit success as fast as possible, go ahead and click on the link inside the description below. I'll see you on the call where we'll walk through what's holding you back, where do you want to go, and what does that look like for you to actually do that? And if it makes sense, we can even work together long term. If not, it's no harm, no foul. You can keep utilizing these videos. It's going to give you like some really great advice and really great step-by-step walkthroughs. And if it is you, I'll see you soon and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.